One day, I was browsing my computer when I ran into this peculiar looking cover for a strange book titled How to Marry Emma Watson. That's some creepy shit. What kind of disgusting mouth-breathing weirdo would write this? Is that my name on there? It was me. I wrote it. And it sold multiple copies on Amazon. Granted, with a different name. Look, what can I say? Remember when Robert Downey was an alcoholic? Remember when Barney was an alcoholic? Yeah, sad times. But they turned their lives around away from the shame. Unlike me, I will never be able to escape the shame that I've brought upon myself by being astronomically down bad for someone that I wrote a certain book about it and sold it on Amazon. This was literally the way I made money on the internet for the first time, ever. Synopsis. So, you want to be friends with or even marry a celebrity, but you think you have zero chance? Well, you're in luck, because I know just how you can. This elaborate scheme I invented has a very high success rate. I can't do this. I actually left an email at the end of this book, and one of my readers was a girl, emailed me asking for advice on marrying another celebrity that I'm not gonna name. It was easy. You can't make this up. But before you judge me, and before I read you the full book, you need to realize I was not okay when I wrote this. I was mentally disturbed, to say the least. Let me paint you the full picture. It was around 2020, and see, I had a problem. Well, actually, we all had a problem. I was in my last year of high school when the lockdown started, and with it started my spiral into insanity. Right off the bat, when everyone is happy about not having school and started gaming and having fun, I was hit with the most devious revelation from my parents that I couldn't get my laptop until school was over. And that was my main entertainment at the time. It was like taking a pacifier from a baby. But we don't know how long school's gonna be closed for. The more the merrier. You'll use this time to prepare for your university entrance exams. Start studying. It was like taking a pacifier from a baby and then sucking it in the mouth. School wouldn't start until 8 months later. Luckily, I still had my phone, but the problem was we didn't even have Wi-Fi at that point. It was like if a baby had a pacifier, but the pacifier didn't have Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm done with this joke. I won't get into the details, but most of my days in lockdown were spent alone in my room, doodling and playing mobile games. But it got old quick, and the isolation made me start losing my mind. Sometimes I'd find myself arguing with the walls, and it got to the point where the walls were talking back. I felt like a prisoner, and after months of agony, I decided it was time that I tried something new. So I thought I should read some novels. So I got some mobile data and read through the first chapter of Harry Potter. Now where is this going? It'll all make sense in a bit. I fell in love with this book. I read through the whole thing in a flash, and it saved me from the constant state of isolation I was in for a short while at least. But then, it was all over. As quickly as I found it, it was gone. And I was left with a gaping hole in my heart. I felt like I was abandoned by my longtime friends. See, while I was reading, I had a picture of some of the characters in my head, cause like anyone who grew up watching movies, I had watched at least 2 of the Harry Potter ones. And let's just say that I formed a parasocial relationship with some of the characters, mainly Hagrid. Now the thing I had with Hagrid was, I'm just messing with you, it was Hermione. Now I have a question for you. Who do you think Harry should have ended up with from all the girls? Me, I'm the type of guy to root for whoever the MC's going for. When Harry was changing girls, I was changing girls too. I'm basic like that. But after I finished reading the books, there was only one girl left in my head. Hermione. And thus started our one-sided relationship. I would talk to her, and then she wouldn't do anything. I was tired of our love dynamic and I needed us to get to the next level. So I did what any schizo would do in this situation, and I started writing a fanfiction starring Jordan, who was supposed to be me, and Jane, who was supposed to be Hermione. This was a love story about a random kid in Timbuktu trying his luck to get together with a famous celebrity on the other side of the world. Wait, what? Gets a scholarship to get to her country, finds out where she lives, coerces her to... I couldn't believe it. I wasn't writing a fanfic about me and Hermione. I was writing a fanfic about me and Emma Watson. What is happening? Do I have a crush on Emma Watson? I had her location, likes, dislikes, relationship status. I had all her details researched and ready to go. What am I doing? So anyways, I kept on writing every single day until at some point I realized I had way too many pages. Problem? Well, you see, I'd always wanted to publish a book online, and this was a very good opportunity for me because I had a draft on my hands. But I was writing this on paper, so putting it into a digital format would have been a nightmare. Also, I was using a phone, so I came up with this idea. Instead of releasing this abomination to the world, I should first release something smaller to get my foot in the door and see how things work. So I quickly wrote a book called How to Marry a Celebrity. Introduction to the elaborate scheme. It was first gonna be How to Marry Emma Watson, since at this point I had fully committed to getting engaged to this woman, but I thought it would be a little creepy, so I opted for a more general guide. In it, I filled out all the tactics I used in my fanfic to stalk approach Emma Watson to make her fall in love with me. Here are the basic steps. Number 1, find where she lives. Number 2, buy a black cap, black pants, black Air Forces, black jacket, and duct tape. Number 3, break into her house. Calm down, it was a joke. Anyways, it's been years since I've seen this thing, so I'm excited. Let's go! First page, the elaborate scheme on how to marry a celebrity. Totally normal title. Page 2, title. Again. Third page, table of contents. Wow, this book is only 13 pages and there's no content yet. You already know somebody got scammed. Finally, introduction. So, you want to be friends with?
Or even marry a celebrity, but you think you have zero chance? Well, you're in luck.
If you have enough money, you could just hire them for a job and then get to know them. But I guess you don't have a couple 100,000 lying around in your living room, so I suggest you
follow this scheme.
Okay, Doofenshmirtz, tell us the scheme. A word of stop warning. And also, you should understand that you can't force yourself on someone in any way. You must respect the privacy of the celebrity. Get to know that even in my insanity, I still had some morals. Next, know the niche. What does that mean? Let's say your crush celebrity is an actor. You can only assume that they're interested in drama and acting.
Oh.
So you should look for options you can join in order to get the attention of that person. Interesting. Here's the essential part of this
elaborate scheme.
It's to be part of a society that's big enough to hold an event. So like a circus. As long as it has members and can come up with money to make an event that you are in. I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like a cult. If you're in college, join the drama club and see if they have events in the near future where the members can show what they've worked on. If there isn't an event, great, you can schedule one that's completely under your control. Here's the key point of this
elaborate
scheme.
If the celebs won't notice a single person, then make a giant body that they won't as easily dismiss. Here comes the most elaborate part.
Write an invitation letter to the celebrity explaining the hard work of all the members and how they're all inspired by that celeb. Write how delighted the whole college would be by their presence. We'll get a speech after that.
Yep, okay, got it. So basically what it says is, join a group of people with something to show, some kind of performance, and brainwash them into thinking this celeb needs to see it, and also use their money to prepare an event to show the performance. And lastly, gaslight the celeb into attending by making public fuss about it. Okay guys, what are we thinking? Not gonna lie, I was cooking something. It was something. But let's say they actually showed up. Then what do? This scheme brought you side to side with a celebrity.
But one major thing you should know is they're here for the event and not you. All you have is a chance to show yourself. You must not ask them out or talk about yourself if they don't ask, because that'll creep them out, making them lose interest in the event and in you.
Yeah, also use deodorant. I should have added that. You'll probably only get a few minutes without any interruption. And you'll use this time to show that you're a leader and make some sort of dramatic scenes with the help of your friends. What in the K-drama was I on about? Don't push too much. The most you'll get out of this is probably a private email address. You ain't getting shit, buddy. You can ask to be a pen friend. What is this, 1800s? Pen friend? And that was the elaborate. A while after I published this book, I moved on to other things. I forgot about writing, my crush faded away, and I regained my sanity. And then months later, I woke up in the middle of the night and thought, As weird as this experience was, writing every single day was a coping mechanism for me. A progress bar, if you will, to tell me that even in the limbo I was in, I was doing something productive. And look at where it got me. The stuff I write now couldn't possibly be any worse than this. I want to assure you guys that I'm okay now. I'm not obsessed with Hermione, or Emma Watson, or anybody else. And to anyone who bought my book, thank you. And I hope you got better. I know I have. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stories and stuff. Also watch this video, it'll change your life. Peace!